We already knew it, and school test scores across the country now confirm it. Kids in Colorado and elsewhere are behind in school because of the pandemic and remote learning. Math proficiency for 4th and 8th graders in Colorado are each down nearly double digits. Our Steve Staker looks at how schools are trying to make up for lost learning.
Are we flat?
No.
We're not flat? There's no flat earthers in here?
If you simply walked around an elementary school today, it would seem like everything's back to normal. But new national testing data finds kids around the country and here in Colorado are behind where they were before the pandemic.
It confirmed what we had already seen.
Dr. Kim LeBlanc Esparza is the deputy superintendent of Jeffco Public Schools.
I've been doing this for 35 years, and I will tell you I've never seen this kind of impact on student learning.
The National Assessment of Educational Progress released its first score since the pandemic this week. It found that 4th and 8th graders in Colorado slipped quite a bit in math proficiency and a tad in reading as well. LeBlanc Esparza says the impact of the pandemic transcends grade levels.
When you think about our current kindergartners, they never went to preschool. During the time that they would have normally gone, it didn't exist. Learning to cooperate, learning to focus, learning to listen to someone else directing what you're doing with your time. And just some of the background information that we assumed kids would have when they walked through the door, they didn't.
Do we see little up?
What do you do to make up 2 years worth of loss?
High dosage tutoring is something that folks are seeing significant impacts on student learning by being really purposeful, intentional with small groups, 1 to 4 students, an hour, 3 times a day, really focused in on specific skills that kids don't have.
Doesn't make sense. And spaces.
Beautiful.
Making sure that the groups are small and they do it during the school day so that there's not an inequitability for students who can't stay after school or students who transportation might be an impact.
Looking at the numbers can be daunting, but LeBlanc Esparza says kids can absolutely make up that difference.
Yes, they can, but it's going to take a few years. It just like it takes a few years to have that impact, it takes a few years to overcome that impact.
Dr. Kim says the biggest gap that she has seen is in 5th through 9th grade math. Really complex stuff, if I remember it correctly, and abstract mathematical concepts that take a lot of one-on-one or small group time to try to make up. But she says having kids back in school in predictable ways will allow for more targeted instruction, which can help get kiddos caught back up, Kyle.
This might be a dumb question, but like if the learning loss is pretty much kind of across the board for a grade, other than standardized tests, couldn't they just say, well, you know, our 5th graders used to be here and now they're kind of here, 4th graders used to be here and now they're kind of here, if everybody's together, you know?
Every teacher would say there's no such thing as a dumb question. And they told me today that basically they already do that with a lot of kids. They may not come into 5th grade with everything that a 4th grader needed. So you spend a lot of time in those early stages kind of working with them one-on-one to make sure that they're meeting the 5th grade goalposts so that they can get, or the 4th grade goalpost, so that they can get to the 5th grade goalpost by the end of 5th grade and kind of get caught back up. Thing is, you're just going to be doing this in kind of a wholesale way because there are a lot of kids who missed.
That's why it takes Allison. Like, this is what teachers know how to do. They know how to get kids from here to there. There's just more of it because of what happened in society.
And they have them where they know that they're going to be so they can do that focused work.
Steve, thank you.
Yep.